scene. Stepping out of my hot pink limousine, I'm turning heads and I'm stopping traffic. When I pose, they scream, and when I joke, they laugh. I got a pair of eyes that they're getting lost in. They're hypnotized by my way of walking. I got them dazzled like a stage magician. When I point, they look, and when I talk, they look.
Oh, crap. Oh, the vlog started? Oh. Can we edit that out? Alright, cool. Let me just, You sure we can edit that out, right? I'm not gonna, watch this video on YouTube and that's gonna be there, right? Okay, good, thanks. Alright, ready? Alright, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my beautiful duck and sister, Friendly Gruppeteer, and I'm back again with another Steven Universe vlog and no ugly secrets to hide in what will be edited out of this video, no doubt. And today's episode is Sadie's song, and in this episode, Steven's putting up Beachapalooza again. Well, he's not putting up, Mr. Smiley is, but Steven's doing Beachapalooza again, like we saw in, what was it called? Steven and the Stevens. About a year ago was this episode, which I like to tie back to Nightmare Hospital last year, which was just about the time An Indirect Kiss was, which is also the same time that Connie got her glasses fixed, which, if you remember in Nightmare Hospital, she was like, I haven't needed glasses for almost a year! That was a nice little connection. I love you know how much I love the continuity in this show. Anyway, so, Steven's looking around for Sadie in the Big Donut, and Sadie's in the back room singing along to a song. I don't know what it's called. I think Sadie's song, per se. And maybe this is just my little music critic ear. At first, it sounds like an Estelle song. I mean, you can't really hear it over Sadie's singing. It sounds like Estelle, which wouldn't be a surprise, knowing, Estelle in the show and all that's. It's not Estelle. It's as my super music critic ears also picked up, or my super cartoon ears or something, also picked up. It's Olivia Olson of Adventure Time's Marceline, or Phineas and Ferb's Doofenshmirtz's daughter. Vanessa. Yes, Vanessa and Rebecca Sugar and Olivia Olson are bestest of bests. So it's no surprise. What the heck? Okay, it's no surprise that Olivia did a song for her, because Rebecca did a song for the Marceline miniseries, which I might just be doing vlogs on this coming October, but I highly doubt it. Don't get your hopes too high. Anyway, so Steven's like, Sadie, you should sing in the concert. And at first, exceeding the expectations, I'll admit, I thought this would be one of those, oh, jeez, I don't know, Rick, we shouldn't be singing in no Beachapalooza. Sadie's actually in a really cool character trait way. Sadie's like, you know what, yeah, I'm super confident about this, I think I can do it, and if you think I'm good enough to do it, then why can't I do it? So she's kind of excited to do it. Steven's excited to help her with it. So they go home to get Sadie to get her jazzed up for the concert, which is, I don't know, soon per se. It doesn't really give a time frame of how soon it's going to be, but we can just assume it's soon. So they go downstairs. We find out that Sadie's mom is actually the mailman mail woman that replaced Jamie when Jamie quit. Not quit. When Jamie kind of left the mail service place during Love Letters, if you remember that super brief cameo by some random character that everyone was like, it's Onion's mom! And then after Onion's mom showed up, there's like, oh, we don't care anymore. It's Sadie's mom. As I speculated when I first saw the episode, I called it. Okay, you heard it here first. What? I don't remember her name. So Sadie's mom's idea of what the concert should be is a lot more different than Sadie's idea. But Steven's on board with Sadie's mom on what to do with the concert. So they try to jazz up Sadie, make her the bee's knees and all that jazz, with all kinds of dresses and David Bowie stars and all kinds of crazy stuff. And she's not even Sadie anymore at this point. And Sadie doesn't like that. She just wanted to have fun, be herself, let something happen. And apparently, this has happened many times before. Sadie just wants to do some simple little thing, and her mom tries to make her tries to center her entire life around it instead of letting Sadie just choose her own path. I guess I don't know. it's a little mixed up. It's hard for me to word that. You know what it means. You've seen the episode. And that's pretty. No. So that happens. Sadie doesn't want to go on. She's like, this isn't me. Come on. And Steven's like, all right. So he does the song instead. It's kind of random, and then that's pretty much. Oh no, there's a really nice scene at the end where Sadie's singing with Steven, and then that's pretty much the end of the episode. And I'll be straightforward. There wasn't a lot. Especially, how do I say this? Because I didn't dislike this episode. Is the thing I will get out of the way right now before I go on and give it anything else. I did not dislike this episode. This was pretty much. This was not an episode that I did not despise, or I liked this episode. All right, I didn't not like this episode, but I didn't like this episode too much. There wasn't much to it, I think, is the only problem with it. It's good to see a bit more a side of Sadie we haven't seen before. We've seen a lot of Sadie, we've seen a lot of Lars. It's sort of seeming like Sadie is turning into one of the more developed characters on the show, which sounds a little weird because she's mostly a background character. But no matter. I'm thinking of how to word this because I don't want to come off jerky and my camera. All right, sorry. All right. So this is 6 minutes and this is just filler pretty much. All right, how do I say this? Okay, this isn't a bad episode. That's the last time I'm gonna say that. It's not a bad episode. I just said it again, but that's you know what I mean. But there's like a level of devotion that you should give to certain things. Adventure Time does very, very well, and I hate to, bring in some other show as a comparison. Adventure Time does very, very well at giving a whole bunch of life to characters that seemingly otherwise, like the Ice King, he's just a goofball. That's really good, and what also strangely makes a really good episode of Adventure Time is just taking some random character out of literally nowhere. Take, for example, Walnuts and Rain. Taking, like, the little bear in Walnuts and Rain, an episode of Adventure Time, for those who don't know. Just taking him, giving him an entire story, just totally fleshing out this character that we'll doubtfully ever see again the entire course of the show. And instead of just being like, well, why would you do that? You're kind of like, that kind of gives a little perspective to the world. And that's what happens in this episode, Sadie's not exactly a character, that's, like, the most complex character in this entire show. But neither is her mom, and they give a lot of development to her mom in this episode, kind of as opposed to her, which I wouldn't say the focus is in the wrong place, but I don't really like at the moment. I mean, Steven Universe will literally take one tiny little word of dialogue, "Tiny hands, my one weakness," and then destroy your face with a giant cluster of fallen gems coming out with tiny hands being the only weakness for Garnet. Yeah, like, I know how they do that. You know how they do that. So, it's not that, like, I'm saying that Sadie's mom is a throwaway character. I just really don't see, I don't see too much reason, per se, for them to flesh her out as much as they did in this episode. It kind of just sort of felt like a filler episode. And you know how much I hate that word because, as Ian Jones-Quartey said it best, there's no such thing as filler, just world building, which I think is a great quote. But in lack of a better word, I'm afraid, this was kind of just an episode sort of stuck in there. After a kind of intense episode, it was kind of like they were just giving us a little slope. A lot of people, I can probably tell you now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, Gruppeteer, this was like a complex episode, telling some, like, the relationship between Sadie and her mom. And that'd be cool, but it's not exactly anything per se new that is happening in this episode that hasn't happened in other shows before. I mean, it's sad that, Sadie's entire life is kind of not controlled by her mom, but kind of just like, means what it means in this episode to her. It's that adds a bit of tragedy per se to the character, but it's not exactly something that This is a weird vlog because I really don't know what to say about this episode. It's hard to really pinpoint what I didn't like that much. This is a weird vlog. This is a weird vlog. I'll give you that. I'm pretty much speechless this time around. I really don't know what to say to you guys. I don't think I've ever been at a loss for words like this one before. This one really split me. Overall, I can't really think of anything else to say. There's a funny scene with the pizza family, but besides that, there's nothing really else to note. I'm kind of missing the crystal gems. They haven't even been mentioned in the last 2 episodes. No, they didn't. Rose was mentioned in the last episode, but she's not. You know what I mean by the crystal gems. So really, overall, I hate to pretty much wasted 11 minutes of your life, but I have no new insight to give to this episode. I really don't know what to say about it. It's just, there's not a lot to talk about. And there's so little to talk about. I think I'm trying to overanalyze it too much, actually. Well, that one's on me, I guess. That one's on me. I'll give you that. So, I guess I'll see you guys later. This Sunday, by the way, Cartoons vs. Cancer with John Dilworth, the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Come join in this Sunday, September 20th, at 6 at night for a shortened 15-minute Cartoons vs. Cancer with Mr. Dilworth. He'll be answering all kinds of your questions. Just ask him, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I will see you guys later. Give it a thumbs up, a subscribe. Tell me in the comments below why I was so messed up with this episode. Like, why am I so split down the middle? I don't know why. But I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Chicka chicka.